How's it going, everyone? This is the second video in the college application help and tip series. If you haven't watched the previous video on grades, make sure you check it out real quick. And if you're a high school student applying to colleges and you need guidance, check out the links in the description down below with the resources that I provide. All right, so we got the ACT, SAT subject test, AP, IB, AICE, TOEFL, AP, 5 squared. How does testing play into the college application process? First things first, it's important to realize that there are no specific standardized testing cutoffs to get into Yale University. There are no requirements at all. The website says it itself. Admissions officers aren't trying to trick you. This is the truth. But do make sure that you check other specific colleges that you're applying to look at their policies. What's even more interesting right now is that the SAT is totally optional for admission to Yale. Citing from the Yale website directly, Yale has extended the test optional policy for first year and transfer applicants into 2022 to 2023 admission cycle. This policy was catalyzed by the pandemic, but obviously this is a really great thing because colleges are starting to realize, and they have realized, that a single test score doesn't determine your knowledge or capabilities as a human being and student. There is a caveat, however. There is a caveat, however. If you do not take the test, then the other aspects of your application will be looked at more heavily. So if you're still interested in taking one of the main standardized tests, such as the SAT or ACT, Yale actually has their middle 50% ranges for the scores. For the SAT reading and writing, it's between 720 and 780. For the SAT math, it's 740 and 800. And for the ACT composite score, it's 33 through 35. These are great estimates so that you know the academic profile of students who are able to get into Yale. But once again, so many people have gone in below those scores, within them, and obviously over them, because yeah. As for the other exams, for example, well, the SAT subject tests are just out of the equation completely. They have been completely discontinued, and I wish that was the case for me because I prepared really hard for the SAT subject test and I absolutely bombed on them and I did not submit them at all. So all of the other exams, such as AP and IB, are all optional as not all schools provide these specific programs. Exams for these programs will be just considered as one of the other aspects of your application. Once again, colleges look at your application holistically, so they look at every single facet. So if your school does offer an AP program, it is in your best interest to take the AP classes and also take the exams. These will only serve to boost your academic credentials. So my first personal takeaway is to not worry too much about the SAT, especially if the specific school that you're applying to says that it is optional. Standardized test scores are just one aspect out of the many other aspects in your application. That being said, if you do have the time to prepare, I would strongly recommend that you intentionally block out a few weeks or a few months to prepare for it. That way you can just get it over with after the first or second time and not have to worry about it at all. The second tip is to focus on the other aspects of your application as the college process is holistic. For instance, a great academic transcript can compensate for subpar test scores, but an excellent perfect test score cannot compensate for a subpar academic transcript. Also, if you don't take the SAT, the other parts of your application will be looked more heavily at. This means that it's really in your best interest to develop your academic transcript, your essays, your letters of recommendation, and pretty much all the other aspects. The third tip is that at the end of the day, all of this boils down to context. I can't repeat this enough, but there's no fixed answer on if somebody asks, oh, can I get to Harvard with a 1300 SAT score? It really depends. Admissions officers are professionals. This is their job. They're human beings and they take their job seriously. So you should trust them to make sound decisions based on the context that you're providing for them. Quick note for international students, you're most likely going to have to complete an English speaking exam of some sort. For example, Yale provides a bunch of different options. They even have a Duolingo English test that you can submit. What? What's up, y'all? This is Arnold in post-production land, and I realized that some of the last few clips failed to export, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video, and please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, and letting me know what you want to see next. So thank you so much. Peace out.